I truly enjoy it when little films come out of nowhere and are actually in theaters. However, are some of them good? Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon reviewing On Fire. So what is this one about? Pretty simple premise. We are in California and there's wildfires going everywhere. The wind is sporadic and this one family that lives in the woods needs to figure out how to get out of the woods and save themselves, save the unborn baby, and maybe save the woods. So, do you like this film? Okay, the ambition was there to give the story of wildfires are occurring at a rapid rate. Are they? Yes. We have the ones in Greece, Hawaii, California, but the California ones are kind of playing PG&E. And other, fires around the world. Australia, that was a massive one that happened about 5 to 7 years ago. So, when looking at this movie, I know it was trying to say like global warming, climate change, but then the old man's like, no, it's been happening. Climate changes every day. Well, that's true. Climate does change every day. So when someone does say climate change, that's why they've kind of changed the narrative to go to global warming. Because climate change, you're like, facts are facts. Climate has changed since day one of the Earth. It really has happened. So it's really hard to say it's climate change because the climate changed from today to yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that, and the climate's going to change tomorrow. So that's why they kind of changed to global warming. But with this movie, they treated the fire like it was a ghost or Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger or any horror element or Chucky. It was a fire that just kept following this family and it made random dragon-looking fire effects. It just didn't seem believable. It felt like backdraft in the woods, and unfortunately that made me just come out of the film. Period. End of subject. But when going into the story, I do think there are some good elements of what it's trying to say. Of fires are fucking horrendous. They're scary as shit. And they are unpredictable. It truly, it's true. I mean, you cannot deny that. When it happens, it's hard to contain. If the wind goes everywhere, if it's dry, if people haven't been, treating the woods to make it less fiery. Because if you didn't know, 90-ish% of fires are man-made. Not climate change or global warming. It's people not doing the right preventions of campfires, cigarette butts, and other shenanigans like that. So 90% you blame on humans for being fucking idiots. And that's very true. But with movies like this and fire effects, it's very hard to go, oof. And what I mean by that is fire effects are not easy in film. They're just not. And you could tell here, it was a lot of post effect, and it goes, oof. Especially the very beginning where you see a fire expand and come at the screen. You're just like, no, just stop. There's no need for this. Stop. But then other parts of the movie, you're like, okay, that's actually an okay fire effect when it's on the tree and the tree's falling down. Truly believable. But when I say this movie is literally like, this family has the worst luck in the world. It is the worst luck in the fucking world. Because everything that happens goes wrong. Oil pan or the oil leaks from the car, gone wrong. You have a neighbor on fire, gone wrong. You have the wife crashing the car, gone wrong. You have the fire literally chasing the family. When I say it's literally chasing it, it's literally, I'm going to say literally like 17 more times in this fucking review. But this family goes from one location to the other. They think they're safe. 10 minutes later, the wind changes direction to them. They go somewhere new. All right, they're at the new location. 5 minutes later, the wind changes direction, goes straight to them. And now they got to run now. And now they're running down this freaking hill where it's like this huge Khaleesi dragon. It's literally blowing fire in their faces. So they got to do a swan dive down this hill. And guess what happens? Someone breaks a foot. What do you know? And then you know what? They find a boat. And you know what? The fire is still chasing them. But what happens on the boat? The mom water breaks. So now you have this kid with at the very beginning they team up to him like running a mile in like 5 or 4 minutes or something like that to finding these firefighters to save them. And you do have this backstory of a person working the 911, what's your emergency? And she's like, there's so much fire. I don't know. This movie's acting was not the greatest. Some people were good while some was very overacted. Just the movie itself, I understand what you're trying to do, but when you make the fire Jason Voorhees, where it just follows you forever and ever and ever, just takes me out of the movie because fires are serious. They're fucking horrendous. So don't make it a boogeyman. So On Fire will receive a 2 out of 5 with Futon, so it goes at 40%. Let's see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics at 80% with 5 of them, so that means 5 positive, 1 negative. I am curious about the positives. You have a 3.5 out of 5, 3 out of 5, a C minus, but then you also have no audience score. So 80 and 40. Like I said, I'm fine with the movie overall. Oh my god. But like I said, the fire just felt like you don't need to make it this like a villain of the movie. Anyway, 80-40. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more thing is Bhutontopia. You Blue Futon, take a great day. Not care. Watch this. See you tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. I better not be. No, I'm not getting sick. The Rona!